Go to therapy for voices in your head. If there's voices in your head saying nigga, then yeah, go to therapy for that.
Can I interest you too in some delicious beef? Delicious beats.
Hello, Internet. What is up?
What's good? What's good?
Welcome to Green Bench, the podcast. I am John Holland.
I'm Nicholas Travis, back again.
And I'm Lewis Hatcher.
Guys, we don't have drinks this week. We have water. After last week's
Debacle of a podcast, just unprofessional.
very
Lewis got wasted.
I was pretty
Lewis
wasted.
was-
I
On the
can't even
podcast.
lie. You should have seen me the rest of that night, though. But that's another story.
let's tell you about the rest of that.
Yeah,
night.
what happened the rest of that night? Because you know my memory lately for these weekends has
do
been
you
become
remember?
blurred.
I remember.
I don't remember much. About the
Lewis
rest of that
finished
night.
the whole bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Of SoCo by himself. Southern Comfort, people, a whole bottle, and he just downed it all.
There was a moment he wanted, like he was demanding, because we took it away from him, and there was a moment where he demanded we return his bottle. So you probably don't even remember that, do you?
I had to finish what I started.
Yeah, he was like, John made him drink water.
I made him drink like a whole sports bottle of water.
And then he was like, as soon as you finish it, I'll give you back your SoCo. So I don't even know if you finished the water, but you got your SoCo
No,
back.
he finished it because I told him, I was like, yo, finish this water, and in 20 minutes, or it was either 20 or no, it was 20 minutes. I was like, I'll let you have the rest of your SoCo. So he finished the water in like 3 minutes. He was like, John, don't my water. Give me my SoCo back. And I was like, nah, man, I told you 20 minutes. He's like, but I finished the water though.
He was just, for some reason, he was very determined.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to start what I finished.
But
we
I
got
got drunk too, though. I got drunk too.
Yeah, we all did. It by the time I had such difficulty cutting that last one, I did very little editing. I should have did more editing, but I had very little trouble. Hey, dog, be quiet. I'm sorry, Internet. We apologize. We have dogs.
That's 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyways, I've completely lost my train of thought. So hey, welcome back. We appreciate you guys tuning into the podcast once again. What is this, week 4?
Week 4, yes.
Nice. We got some announcements to do. Hey, if you haven't been bombarded by it on Twitter,
Which you should have.
And
Or
Instagram.
Instagram.
If you didn't see any one announcement, that means we failed.
yeah. Green Bench, our TV show is up on adultswim.com/pilots, and you can view it. We shot it early last year, and it's finally getting shown to you guys. I mean, you know, $500,000 budget. I think I've been making that number up. I don't really know, but it looked expensive. The best production quality we ever had. No mic cables sticking out. No hard shadows, and it's really
we haven't
really
had
good.
that in a while, though. Come on.
It has been a while.
Even when it wasn't still professional, we've been pretty good at making our stuff look good.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? In college, like I used to know that the mic cables were showing, but I just did not care. I did that all the time, and I used to sit there and be like, "Oh, that cable is showing. I should do something about it." But I just be like, "Nah, let's go ahead and roll." So, me being lazy, lights in the shot.
Yeah, lights in the shot. It just be bad.
But we came a long way. That's what
Yeah.
it says. It came a long way.
Now you're perfectionist. You can't have anything.
Yeah, now that's actually one of the reasons why, like, when I'm trying to plan a skit, I'm like, I don't want to just half-ass throw it together. Like, I'm like, it's got to be perfect because we're getting judged not just on like, is it funny, but just do we understand the quality of the product that we're putting out there.
We actually rehearse now.
Yeah, we used to never do that. People used to never read. You know who used to only read the script, Jamal?
I know. No, I read it.
Oh yeah. You did. Well, like I mean, like in the very, very beginning, you know, it wasn't that he was the only one. He was the first person because he was at our house all the time. But now everybody reads the script. People memorize their lines, and we actually hold rehearsal.
Yeah. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We've been voting. Hopefully you've been voting. You know what I mean? I think you still have 2 more days to vote.
Yes. Yeah. You have
For
until like midnight after Sunday. So I guess that's Monday midnight technically. Look, vote all day Sunday.
Monday morning, 12 a.m.
Vote
or
until they
Sunday
take it
night,
down.
11:59.
You can vote as many times as you can or as you want. You don't have to register at all. You you don't even have to play it. We
This
prefer you play it.
Refresh and click.
Yeah, refresh, click, and
5
share
trophies.
it.
Oh,
Share the link.
And I do want to thank everybody for all the support we've received
Yes.
for it. Like I've seen so many retweets and Facebook posts and Instagram posts. We've gotten a lot of feedback about it. People telling us it's funny. And just thanks for the support. Thanks for going to watch it. Thanks for retweeting and telling people about it, because we worked hard on it, and we want to do this so we can make more stuff to make y'all laugh. So this helps.
Yes.
Not only that, but we want to be rich and famous. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Pay our bills.
yes.
It literally is the best thing we have ever made. So go watch the best thing we ever made.
Like, and I still remember the people we worked with on the pilot, like just random people, the production company, the people at Adult Swim, the PAs, cameramen.
Everybody
Grips.
was amazing. We had an amazing crew that worked with us. Like,
So put them to work. Not only put us to work, but put them to work.
Yeah, and again, you are CEOs. You are not only just employing us, but you're creating jobs for about 100 people,
Yeah.
and many, many more over the course of whatever happens. The only thing it don't suck, but it's like we're so far removed from the idea of the premise for that show that it
Because
would
we're working
be.
on a new idea.
Yeah, we were working on a new idea for like the last year. No, maybe like about the last year or so. So that
Since about January. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, to wrap my brain back around the old idea, in case that's the thing that like ends up initially actually getting picked up, is going to be a bit of a challenge. But we can do it.
We can
Yeah.
do it.
It can be done. So again, adultswim.com/pilots. Go vote. Go share. You got all week. And then guess what? When we get to the finals, we got to do it all again. All again.
Boom.
one more time for
Yep.
one more week.
A lot of clicking that has to be done. I'm clicking about 100 times a day.
When do finals start? You don't know?
You know what? I'm actually curious about that. I don't know if it like immediately starts on Monday, because each one has been rolling over, or
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a period where they count it. Then again, I guess it does. If it's tallied up digitally, I guess it doesn't take that long.
I guess it'll take sometime this month, because when it airs, it's supposed to air sometime in September on
Yeah.
the actual
Yeah.
network. So I guess it'll take 6 weeks.
So maybe like a week or so. I mean, hey,
Either way, we'll find out.
Yeah,
we will
yeah,
keep you
well,
informed.
you
would definitely
will
be
know.
posted.
You will know. Don't unfollow me either for this. All right, support us.
I've gained more followers
have you?
since we started. Like,
Nice.
it's crazy. I've gained like lots of followers on Instagram and Twitter. Like, it's helping my social social career.
There you go.
My social media career.
Random question. Because speaking of feedback, I don't know why this popped in my head. What's the worst skit idea anyone's ever pitched to you?
Oh man. What is
We're gonna
it?
talk a little Green Bench, because we're short on subjects today. So we're gonna talk a lot of behind the scenes Green Bench
It's been
stuff.
so long since somebody tried to pitch an idea to me. Because I'd say I haven't been pitched an idea since Greensboro. I haven't been pitched anything since I've lived out here in LA.
Well, just like all time, like
And
worst
I
one you
can't-
can
I
remember.
can't remember. Like, somebody else has to go first, because I got to think about it.
I think I have a feeling the person who pitches is probably going to listen to the podcast. Maybe they don't remember this because it was such a basic pitch, but they literally just said socks at the laundromat. Do a skit about socks being lost at the laundromat, and just left it at that. And my initial response was just okay with an exclamation point, because exclamation points make it lightens the blow of like that was dumb. But that was awful, because I was like, what's the joke? Like, I understand like socks, clothes, everything disappears at the thing, but it's like, I mean, like, what are you trying to say? Like a civilization living inside the dryer? Because if it is, that was the episode of Rocko's Modern Life. Are you trying to say, like something happens in it? Then maybe that's not done. But that was just a bad pitch, and it leads me to say, like, look, guys, I love getting ideas. I love it because it makes work easier if you think of everything and all I gotta do is just put it on paper. Trust me, I love it. But if you're going to pitch me an idea, just
Make it good.
you got to make it entertaining. Not even necessarily, I mean, yeah, it should be good, but like it's mostly like you just gotta sell it as a joke. Imagine you're telling the best story to a group of your friends at lunch. You tell the story in a funny way. That's how you got to tell, or you got to pitch a joke to me for me to get on board. Because a lot of people will tell me an idea. I'm like, that's funny, but you didn't laugh. I'm like, no. I mean, you didn't like put on a production, to pitch me the idea.
If I don't laugh during the pitch, then It's probably a bad pitch.
Yeah, that's it. It's really just a bad pitch because I know sometimes like some of the fellas will come up to me, just in green bench, they'll come to me and tell me an idea, and I be like, all right, man, that's funny, and they be like, but you ain't laughing, like you suck at pitching, and they be like, yeah, I know, you do suck at pitching, but yeah, I got one. I had a girl tell me, come up to me.
Whoop.
Oh, okay. She came up to me really excited, and she was like, oh my God, I'm a fan of Green Bench. You should do a sketch about a guy getting his dick stuck in a zipper. And I was kind of like...
like a 5-minute sketch about that?
Yeah, like, I was like, all right, yeah.
We'll look into
We'll
it.
think about it.
Yeah.
We'll think about it. That's all it was, though. It's just, I think what people do is like they think of these situations that they've seen and laughed at.
Yeah.
Or like it's something real life that they've seen. And they're like, oh my God, that's so funny. What if the guys did a sketch about it? And then they come up to us and tell these real life situations. It's like, okay, what you saw in real life might have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's translating it into a sketch. That's the difficult part. And when you pitch it wrong, it's really not going to get our attention.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Just because it's funny in real life don't necessarily mean it'll be funny reenacting it as a sketch.
Yeah. But you know what, like an idea like that, and I think this is the Adult Swim that's now in my head. Like an idea like that, like a guy gets his dick caught in his zipper. Like I could take that and run with it. Like he gets stuck in his zipper and he can't get it out. So he's forced to go around.
Yeah, and he's late for a meeting.
Yeah, and his dick is just out, and he just has that. You know, like
I mean that he can't miss.
I can take that and do something, but to see that part that I just added right there from that initial thing, that's what you got to tell me, and you got to tell it in an entertaining way. Like some people like, yeah, so
Hold on, man. Hold on.
So like like there so like the floor is wet.
It's gonna be funny though,
and it's like a wet floor sign, and then like I'd be having a wheelchair. Nah, man, you got to tell me the joke. In fact, this is actually a pitch that Nick one day gave to me that I thought was hilarious. We could never do anything with it because we just couldn't figure it out. But Nick was like, yo, there's a wet floor sign. The guy just finished mopping the floor, and the guy in a wheelchair comes and slips and falls. And like that was just like the joke itself. And I was like, that's great. That's amazing. And the way he told it to me, like, it made me laugh. And that's really like, if you guys, one of these days, if we get picked up the series, if you guys vote enough at adultswim.com/pilots, I'll actually we'll do a podcast in a writing session. Let you guys just kind of hear the brainstorming. But it's a lot of acting out, a lot of yelling.
It is a lot of yelling.
Mostly...
Not at each other, but...
Yeah, mostly me and John.
Yeah.
We're the most exuberant ones when it comes to talking about the sketches.
I like to go big with...
I'm just
I like to overact because it makes me feel like I'm acting. Because I'm so just mellow toned that I feel like if I yell and I do a lot of facial expressions, then I'm acting. A lot of eyebrow acting.
Lewis, on the other hand, he's just a cool... He's one of the ones that doesn't pitch that well.
Yeah,
I put you on blast.
I don't.
But he gives good... you throw in good like comments. Like when me and Nick will come up with the structure and then he throw in a funny thing. And then Jamal delivers... See, Jamal delivers his really, really good. But when he writes them out...
Jamal and LJ cannot explain theirs.
Yeah, but they have good ideas. They just have a hard time explaining it. But you know what? That just comes with experience. Like, and I always tell the guys, and I tell other people, like, trust me, there's a million ideas that I have pitched that get shot down. I shoot down my own ideas. Like, I pitch something to myself, like, hey, John, what would happen? And they're like, nah, that's stupid. So, it really just comes down to, it's like you're selling a product. Your idea, your sketch is that product. And you got to make it fun. Dance, wear a hat.
the first person I always tell about my ideas is John.
Yeah.
And if I don't get some sort of smile out of John, and I'm like, okay, that shit must have been done.
And the easiest way to get a smile at me is just to act it out. Honestly, act your idea out. I mean, and take some time with
but people, I do
with
that.
Your pitches.
And so if I don't get anything out of that, then I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm sorry, guys, but you know what? I react a lot better than a lot of other comedians. Like real time comedians.
Yeah. We're talking about stage comedians.
Yeah.
The one that get
Comedians
up
are harsh.
and do sets.
They won't laugh or they be like, That's funny.
I mean, like, okay, we know a lot of comedians, so we don't want to like quit them out there. But yeah, comedians just they just know everything about comedy.
Yeah.
So nothing is ha funny. Like they can't laugh to save their lives.
Yeah. It's a pride in them. They don't want to laugh at something because it's like I didn't think of that, so I can't.
Yes.
I can't allow you to have something.
Or they'll be like, Chris Rock already done that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they love doing that.
Telling you what people already did, or just that's funny, or
You know, that was in
Right,
Richard Pryor's first stand up. Well, I didn't see Richard Pryor's first stand up.
Yeah.
So.
yeah,
You know, the Model T Ford wasn't the first car, but they still made it.
yeah. Just because we want the first to do it, don't mean we can't be good doing it.
I like. What's some other behind the? Because a lot of people kind of wonder. Yo, we don't do drugs when we think of these ideas.
No, no.
Not at all.
We really don't.
So a lot of times we might be drunk.
Yeah, we might be. Yeah, a lot of it comes from going out drinking and just kind of just being around each other, and then just something funny happens. We notice something, and that kind of ends up being the idea.
It's funny. I wish like y'all could just like even John mentioned the idea earlier about the slipping and fall on the floor with a wheelchair. If y'all heard like 90% of the ideas that we don't get a chance to do, y'all'd be like, oh my God, do it. That's funny. Or
Yeah.
even just half of the stuff we've shot that we haven't put out.
Yeah.
Like it's funny, but it's just for some reason it didn't work.
Or it was
Too offensive.
too offensive.
I know exactly what they're talking about.
I do too.
And that did not work. It did not work.
It did. It's a funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Even it was offensive, but we still did it, and I watched it, and I just didn't.
You know what though? I
Whenever-
can't say it didn't work because
It was the
half
execution.
the people liked it, and then the other half the people was like, you can't put that out.
But you know what? Here's a breakdown of comedy, and actually we'll jump into a deeper thing right here. It's like, look, some jokes are meant to just be told. You know, like it's funny to tell it because it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Some translate very well to the screen, and then some, you know, just like something's a visual gag, something's not a visual gag. Like so you got to kind of figure out how it works. And just like going to a bigger scale, like people be like, oh, that's a hilarious comedian. Why doesn't he have a TV show? Why didn't his TV show last so long? It's like, yeah, he was a funny person, but did his humor translate to the to TV? Because doing a stand-up routine it's a different type of comedy than doing it, on TV. And some translate very well. Seinfeld did great during the transition. Louis C.K. is doing great in the transition. But then some people, I don't remember his name. It was a guy who used to go on David Letterman all the time. He was like a hippie kind of guy. He actually died not too long ago, but he had like these great one-liners. He was hilarious because he just delivered it in like this Cheech and Chong way, but they were really clever. He had a TV show, but like it just didn't work. He was a very funny guy. So you got to kind of balance out, like, is this good? Will this make sense? Will people get it? And I mean, it's a lot more stuff involved in putting a skit together. A lot of questions that you got to ask and stuff. Be like, well, I didn't think about that. It's like, well, you got to when you're trying to get paid for it.
It's another funny thing about agreements is people come up to me all the time and they still say like some of their favorite sketches are The Blocker and Friend Zone and just like really old stuff. And it's just like I look at it now and I'm like, yo, that was terrible.
Yeah, terrible production and also just
just not funny to me.
Yeah.
A lot of it, like, don't get me wrong, like The Blocker and like all these, they have funny moments. But overall, like I'll watch. Maybe it's because I've seen it so many times. But then even like I'll take something like one of our first sketches and I'll show somebody new, and they'll be like, "This is what you do. This is what you consider funny." It's like, no, hold on. Let me show you something new so you know how we progress.
Came from.
I think people laughed at us.
Yeah, they
in
were
the
laughing
beginning,
at us.
but now it's a lot of premise driven, a lot of performance. I mean, hey, if you go on YouTube right now, if you listen to this on YouTube, once you're done listening to this, go and watch in chronological order, like everything we ever made from start to even the most recent thing, and you'll notice like there's changes. It's an evolution. It goes from just like, oh, that's a funny joke, let's just do jokes and jokes and jokes, to now like, oh, this is a strong premise. Because that was always my problem in the beginning, was like sticking to the premise. I was just like, oh man, that's funny, I'm gonna put it in there. It don't make no sense, but it's funny.
Yeah, like a lot of our sketches back then, they were just the joke.
Yeah,
it was okay. Here's the joke.
It was just for those moments that made you laugh. Not the whole thing was as good overall, but there's like 3 or 4 moments that would just make you laugh.
Yep. And now we have to sacrifice jokes for the sake of the premise. Because there's a lot of times I be sitting like, oh, that's such a great joke, but I'm like, but it just doesn't work. Like even the script that we're working on for the show idea right now, I like there's some jokes I had to cut out that I'm just like, oh my god, I love this joke, but it doesn't. It's forced.
And not even that. You look at our if you go to adultswim.com/pilots and watch our show, that we had so much other stuff in that show. We had a bum king.
That was still
we had
my
a house
favorite
on
thing.
fire.
Yeah, we wanted to burn a house down, but unfortunately, they said no.
My favorite, and maybe it's just for me, I guess I just, in my head, the director of me saw how the joke was going to play out. But in the original script, and I'm probably going to butcher it now, it's like we meet the homeless girl, and I don't even remember it now. But there was a big confrontation between us and like this group of homeless people.
It started with Lenny.
Yeah.
We had the character Lenny.
Okay, I remember what it is. All right, so we were doing
building
karaoke.
a fire escape. Oh, we had
so many iterations.
There's so many ideas we had. We had a guy building a fire escape. We were doing karaoke at one time.
We were building a fire escape.
Yes, like we had just so much going on in the early stages of that script that it turned into what it was that you saw. But it was just like, I don't know. It's just like you said, we have to sacrifice a lot of jokes because whereas back then it was like, okay, that's funny, we're using it. But now it's just.
I think, but the joke I like the most is there is a moment where we're like the homeless people. We had the house. We take this abandoned house, much like it is in the pilot now, and we're trying to flip it. And then the homeless people come and take it back from us because they said we've been living here first. So we get into this big conversation with this group of homeless people. And they got like a whole like government system. They got a bum king who sound like
a hierarchy.
Who talk like James Earl Jones. We called him homeless James Earl Jones. It was like this really like cool. And there was this big conversation.
It was basically like, Romeo and Juliet because Jamie was the bum king's daughter.
Yeah,
and y'all didn't want me dating the bum.
And he had like an arranged marriage with her. So it was all this weird stuff. And then there was this big confrontation. It was like the last scene of Thriller where all the hands are coming in, and pretty much the homeless people take the house back. And they also kidnap.
We had Lewis rappelling down the side of the house.
Yeah, but the part that I like is when we were trying to lure the homeless people outside of the house, and we were throwing nickels. We were throwing nickels on the front porch, and then it came out because they heard the sound of the change. And that was my favorite joke. And I remember it got cut like right away. It got cut out the script right away because they said it was too on the nose. But I'm like, but that's funny. So it had to go.
And like I said, it was just a lot of stuff that had to go because they wanted something more. Okay, what is the show about? Is it about the house or is it about the girl? And so we were like, okay, let's make it more about the house so we can focus on some other stuff. So it's just about how you want to structure your show, and that makes a lot of jokes go bye.
What go ahead.
Oh no.
What this is before we jump into like the meat of the show. What interesting facts about the pilot? Like if this was like DVD commentary, let's just drop some things. So like if you haven't watched it yet, you kind of want to go and see what we're talking about, or if you have watched it, you go back and be like, oh, that's kind of cool to know.
What is some facts?
I mean, other than like, all right, so the big homeless dude Ray, he was the highest paid rugby player in the world. He placed second on Dancing with the Stars Australia.
The Australian version of Dancing with the Stars.
He's gay.
Big gay man.
Yeah.
Big gay man.
Cool as hell.
Yeah. Super cool.
Awesome dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great audition. He won us over because it was this weird thing that he did, especially when he was cooing at the pigeons.
The cooing is amazing.
And then there was a part that it got cut out of the pilot when he was checking on Jamie and he was tiptoeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, you guys don't get to see it. We saw it. It was hilarious. And what was another thing? Oh, you know what? There was only bloopers was the first day, the very first take. They said action, and Larno had the first action, which was like cranking the keys, and Larno didn't hear him. So like, there's a good minute that we're rolling, and I'm whispering in the back. I'm like, he said action, because I'm supposed to be acting like I'm scared. I'm like, Larno, he said action. And
I remember that.
Larno turned back and says, huh? So that was like the first blooper.
And then we did have a blooper till the last day.
Last day, yeah. We were doing we did the office scene the very last day, and after we knocked, me and Nick were playing this game because we had to run into the office, so we were like, yo, we're gonna try to make somebody break, and it's easy to make LJ break. So we were
easy as hell.
Yeah, so we were targeting LJ. Like we literally would go outside and plot on what we would do. And then sometimes I wouldn't even tell Nick what I'm going to do. I'm like, dude, just follow my thing. And then I remember one time I told Jamal, I was like, yo, Jamal, when I yell at you, just look surprised. He was like, okay. He's like, what are you about to do? I was like, no, just look surprised, dude. So we and actually we did it. No, we didn't do it in the second pod, but we like to challenge each other and see who we can make break. It's totally
I haven't made
unprofessional, but it's
Megan
fun.
break yet at all in either pilot.
No, she broke when I said squat. Oh, you
Well,
didn't?
everybody.
Fine. Megan's
Stone
off
Cold
to the side
actress.
working out, so I just asked her.
She's a
She
Stone Cold
is.
actress.
She's professional. Will Ferrell doesn't
Nah.
break. She doesn't either.
She'll break again.
But yeah, everybody broke it, I think. But that was a fun scene because like we went off on this large rant. I got super passionate about Bob Vila.
Oh,
yeah.
Let me see. You said an interesting fact. Apparently, that stuff, the snot that was used in the scene with me and Jamie, is some sort of like makeup stuff. That's what the makeup lady was telling. She said it's used for makeup.
How'd it
So,
taste?
Makeup stuff.
It didn't get in my mouth. Apparently, it got in Ginger's.
Oh, I need to ask her how it
She's
tasted.
well, she I'm just gonna sound weird, but she ate a lot of stuff that day. She was sick. She had the orange.
Oranges are a real thing that got
Yeah,
eaten.
I
He
ate
had
that
to eat
nasty
those.
ass orange covered in Cheeto crumbs.
He enjoyed it.
Oh. All right, so she had to eat that. She was eating honeycombs from the
did she?
beehive. She ate that. She was
Ah.
eating that on the porch, and then she got that makeup stuff when she basically
Yeah.
licked it off my face.
I hit my leg with a chainsaw in that scene. The honeycomb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it hurt too.
I'm sure it did. I kept wanting to break every time you tried to snatch the bag of oranges
Oh,
from
yeah.
me in the car where you were like, "Come on," Nick," and you're trying to get me to go up and sell the house
Yeah.
at the end. I kept wanting to break.
I
but
think you
held
are
it
I think you
together.
are smirking a little bit. You are.
I think I am.
Yeah,
in
you
the,
are smirking a
in
little
the
bit.
actual episode. Because it was just, I don't know. It was just. It was. I don't know. It was just, you snatching it every time. Me trying to be like, no.
Just let me wallow. Because I kept trying to, like, I had to, because obviously I couldn't see the monitor, so I was trying to, like, time it in my head to, like, you just saw the orange slowly pop up into the screen. And then that's, like, when I snatched it. So I was always laughing because I could kind of see how it was going in my head, but I couldn't look at you because you look it's freaking ridiculous with all the makeup on.
Yeah, all that
And
fake
the
hair.
beard, all look just crazy.
What? All right, you got any thing where you were doing?
I wish y'all could actually see the office rants that we had because there was like times where they would just film and then like just talk about anything you want to talk about. And we talked about guys
Oh, yeah.
Smuggling ferrets.
smuggling ferrets because they're illegal in California, apparently.
Ferrets are illegal in California?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because Jamal started that thing.
Yeah,
and he
apparently
had looked it up.
they're illegal in California. So we're talking about we're gonna start smuggling ferrets in California and
Wow.
selling them on the black market.
Okay.
I came up with a guy that had AIDS that kept leaving random bottles of water in the break room, and I got tired because I didn't know if it was mine or his. And I was like, "Is anybody else concerned?" I'm getting really concerned
That
here.
Jason keeps leaving his bottles of water.
Yeah,
he got to label them or something.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But-
Well, they had the guy getting thrown on the hood of the car, butt naked, getting raped and stuff.
Oh yeah, hits. I mean, I'm sure y'all recognize them, but that's hits from the streets from. Which is it's so crazy, like him being there because it's like, yo, I grew up watching you. Like in high school, that was a thing. Like after school,
His was the dude.
Yeah, go
Come
watch
home
him.
and watch him embarrass people, and then we're working with him.
yeah. So that was like super, just like I guess a starstruck kind of thing when you just really just take the context.
it's
of
just
it.
been really cool because we met him when we just visited out here.
Yeah.
Probably back in what was that 07?
2009. No, 2008.
Oh yeah, 2008. So it's like we met him visiting, and he's just been like super cool ever since. Like every time I see him,
Yeah,
gives me his number. He's like, just call me. It's like I never call him because I'm like, I
don't have nothing- I don't have nothing to call
How do
him
I just
about?
call Hits and be like, yo, Hits, you gonna hang out?
He's like, yeah, man, you know what I'm talking about. He talks real fast.
He talks
Yeah.
so fast. Like
Yeah.
it's that dude that you saw on the show. That is totally him. He talks so fast and just he's an entertainer.
But
that
listen,
guy.
because he has nothing but knowledge. Like he
Yeah.
has given us so much wisdom, advice, knowledge along the way. Like it's just amazing.
You know the other person? He wasn't the pilot, but meeting Jalil too.
Yeah,
'Cause I was kind of like,
awesome.
yo, I watched you on TGIF
Like, yeah,
all
like-
the time. I had your doll. I remember telling him I
Yeah.
was drunk, but he
Yeah.
just patted me on the shoulder like, "That's what's up, dude."
Yeah.
Like we were real cool with him. But after I said, I was just like, man, I knew not to mention Family Matters to him. But he's super cool. Whenever we bump into him, he's always excited.
We've seen
Yeah.
we've seen him like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
But he's been cool ever since. Too.
Yeah, I remember first meeting him. We walked in there about to meet him, and the first thing he say is, "Green Bench, yo, I'm a fan." And I was just like,
you a fan of us?
oh. You're not allowed to be a fan of us. 'Cause we're
Yeah.
a fan of you.
Yeah. You got to get that right.
Yeah.
Let's reverse these roles. One last fact about the house. There was a lot of dead pigeons in there.
That's real life.
Yeah,
it
that was a real
really-
abandoned house, and they did an amazing job cleaning it up. To make it look messy for TV. But I mean, when we walked through that house, there was like old
When we
birthday
first got-
cake in there.
No, that's the other house. That was the other house
Was
we
it?
checked out. Yeah, the
Oh.
bigger house. That was the bigger house that we checked
Oh,
out. The
got
birthday
you.
cake. But yeah, it was something that house was gross, and they cleaned it up. The
Yeah,
art department
yeah.
did well.
Yeah, I didn't hang around in there.
Yeah. Oh no.
No,
When I wasn't on camera, I was outside.
Yeah, I left. I left the house.
I think everybody did because I mean it didn't smell. When we first got there, it had like like this dingy smell. It didn't continue to smell like that because they only cleaned up the rooms we used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, so there was definitely some shitty parts of that house.
Yeah.
Still.
Oh, some very shitty parts of that house.
Literally shitty parts of the house. So, yeah.
So there you have it, folks. AdultSwim.com/pilots. Go check it out. You got some little Easter eggs to go look for. We shouted out Greensboro in it, by the way. The opening
For
scene.
sale sign?
Yeah, when we walk into the, the license plate said the story took place in North Carolina, even though we shot in LA. So there's a lot of North Carolina things in there. You got to watch closely.
Yeah. Because we don't know if the next show is going to be
Yeah.
based in North Carolina.
So
I
go
don't think
vote.
it is.
Please go vote.
Because, real quick, because that's another thing that's hard to do. Like, of course, we did the best we can to make that look like North Carolina. But it's just so hard out here unless you're, like, traveling far to make
Yeah,
L.A. look like
a
North Carolina.
lot of mountains and desert and
Yeah.
palm trees everywhere. But we did a good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
Guess what, guys? I am so excited because the word nigga is back and it is cooler than ever. We talked about it like 3 weeks ago, and I thought we were done with it. I thought America had learned this lesson.
That was it.
But man, it is
not.
back. It came back with the ER, the full word.
Yes.
Paula Dean didn't even say nigga on camera. She just said, I said the N word. Cooper said it.
We have somebody on camera saying it.
Yeah.
Riley Cooper, professional football player for
I will
Philadelphia
fight
Eagles.
every nigger
Eagles.
in here at
That-
this concert.
That's what he said. No,
Yeah.
he said he was jump the fence and fight all those niggas back there.
No, he said I will fight.
Yeah,
every
he said
nigger
every nigga
here.
here in this concert.
Oh, okay. I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, he was mad at just one, but he said that one made me want to fight every nigger in here.
At a Kenny Chesney concert, so it's probably on like
Yeah.
2 there.
Yeah, yeah. But it's so funny because it's like now, like when Paula Dean did it, it was like everybody just jumped on Paula Dean and just roasted her, no pun intended. But now, now everybody's looking at black people like, man, it's our own fault. Now, like they're really getting hard on us.
No, see what it was. It's like, okay, Paula Dean, she said it, and it's like it's whatever she said it. But then like Riley Cooper said it, and he just had that malicious
Yeah,
sound to it,
Yeah,
and it was just like,
There's some-
it came out very
oh,
freely.
like, don't get me wrong. I feel like 85% of white people say the word nigga on a regular basis, not
Yeah.
necessarily out in front of people, and don't get me wrong, they should be saying it, but they don't necessarily mean it in a malicious intent. Like they're not. I wouldn't necessarily call them racist. They just be like, okay, they've listened to rap music.
Yeah, they're
and they'll
singing
say-
it in the songs.
Yeah, like, I bet you there's a bunch of white people that whenever they home alone listening to who are we playing in the background? Trinidad James, is that this?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, I had to get the
they're,
nigga song.
They're singing
Nigga,
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 nigga, nigga, and I promise you they are.
And you know,
it's just, and he's probably, not to mention he's a professional football player. He hears it in the locker room, I'm sure, 40 times a day because that's half his.
they
That's
probably call him that.
yeah, that's so funny. They probably do. They be like, "Riley, you my nigga." They probably do that all the time. And so yeah, he didn't say it in like a funny way. He didn't say it as in, "Oh, I'm gonna go fight my boy over there."
Yeah.
No, he said, "I'm gonna go fight this motherfucker I hate, that nigger."
All of them.
Yeah.
Every single
Yeah.
one in the building. Now, you know what? I wonder if he would actually did it. Like, what if they all just lined up and he just fought them one-on-one?
But you know what, real quick, if you go back and watch the video, there's a white girl that's next to her. She goes, "Oh, he said nigga!" Like she has a really annoying voice. And then his friend to the left of him, or it's my if you're watching the video, it's on the right, but he's standing to his left. He kind of his face changes.
Yeah, he's like, oh, dude.
His hand up like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you said that on camera."
It was that moment like, you just fucked up. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His friend knew it. You could look at him. His friend was drunk, but his friend knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, man.
Y'all got to be careful with that word, man.
Let me tell you something, America. Every phone has a camera now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every phone has a camera.
And see, like, I guess I don't know what point we were trying to make with this part, but it's like John was saying, it's like,
It's back, man.
yeah,
It's coming.
It's
It comes
hard.
back stronger every time, and we act surprised every time. I think Chris Rock did a bit. He was just like, "Yo, Regis Philbin could like stab me in the neck and call me nigga," and he'd be like, "I saw it coming." That doesn't surprise me. Like it's true. Like I'm not surprised anymore. And we mentioned this like 3 weeks ago, and then I thought it was gonna be a while. Like every year there's like a nigga incident, and America gets over it and stuff. But it's like, nah, this is happening a lot. This is like El Nino
Yeah.
for niggas. The
Like-
word nigga just happening a lot.
Like, I'm never surprised when that comes out. Like, I wasn't surprised that somebody said it.
yeah. I'm never surprised.
Watching the video, I was surprised that how he said it.
yeah, like a couple weeks ago, whenever I said, okay, it doesn't affect me that he said the word nigga. And, like when he said it, I'm like, I guess I should have saw that coming. But what makes me so surprised is that, I guess the more black people you work with, the less you should use that in your vocabulary. Like, I understand if you're like, well, I don't understand, but it's one thing if you're like maybe Paula Deen, you work with like a lot of white people, but it's Riley Cooper. All you see all the time is black people. So now it's out. You have to go to work with black people.
Those
Now-
cornerbacks and safeties that are lining up across from you, they're probably going to be black.
And we're in preseason right now, football preseason. So nobody's hitting you yet. They're not allowed to hit yet. But when that season starts,
No, they're gonna hit him in preseason.
no, I'm talking about this is training camp. Like preseason game, yeah, he might need to watch out preseason game. Regular season,
I don't think they're gonna let him play preseason. To be honest with you.
because I mean, he has been today. This is Friday. He just got excused from his team. They said,
For insensitive
So
training.
and he's going to get counseling for saying the word nigger.
I'm gonna talk about that.
So this is what the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to do because apparently it's just awkward right now. I'm sure it's just awkward right now at camp because even LaShawn McCoy, the Eagles running back, came out and said, "I lost respect for him."
I'm glad he said that because he could have gave a very PR answer and not meant it, but he's just like, nah, man, that's not
not cool.
That's not cool. Because my only problem is why did he go there when he got angry? Like, like when you argue with your girlfriend and you're arguing back and forth and you say something you shouldn't have said. Like,
bitch.
You didn't mean it, but you went there. So I always feel like you felt that way.
No,
it just came out.
The way he said it, he meant it. He meant to call those black people there niggers.
And it didn't want the first time that was not the first time he ever said the word nigger, and he got a thrill out of it.
He said that convincingly.
Yeah.
But what I
He's
would
used it before.
what I would say though is I don't believe he deserves to lose his job over it. Like, he shouldn't be cut from the Eagles because he said it. Like, to me personally, I was talking to this about John earlier. Like, they're making a big deal about this. It is kind of a big deal, but I think all these athletes getting in trouble with the law is a bigger deal.
Yeah.
You're getting a DUI. You make millions of dollars. You can't hire nobody to drive you.
Yeah.
Just like I can't remember his name right now. It's Josh Brent. He's still on the Cowboys after he killed his teammate in a car accident last year. But that only received like a week of coverage.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I mean, that's way worse.
Yeah, when you get a DUI, you are putting lives at
Dante
risk.
Stallworth actually did kill a man while driving.
Yeah, I'm about to say so.
Yeah.
Josh Brent. But
And,
yeah.
but he's in the league, playing.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool with him. People support him.
So basically what we're saying is Riley Cooper shouldn't lose his job or anything. Because Michael Vick said, I forgive him, but Michael Vick kind of had to forgive him.
Yeah. Pot calling the kettle black. He's like, whatever it takes to pressure off of me, man.
Like, I'm still trying to get over this dog fighting thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Michael Vick still got to keep him away from them safeties, though.
Yeah.
that's what it come down
He
to.
was like,
Michael Vick, throw the ball low.
unless I'm catching it over the top, Michael, please don't throw it to me.
So, I mean, hey, if there was somebody, who would you let say the word nigga? If you had to pick like you had to anoint one white person in the world or one non-black person in the world, who would you let say the word nigga?
That could say it on the regular.
I don't know about that one, John.
I know it's like a weird thing, but like if there was just a council meeting, it was just like, look, the word is around. We want to say it. We want to say it really bad, and y'all got to let us say it. Y'all got to let at least one person be able to say it for the rest of white civilization.
I can't think of it. That's a hard question. Maybe
yeah.
Eminem.
I was either thinking Eminem or Bill Clinton. I think that's my two choices. Eminem or Bill
I wouldn't mind if
Clinton.
Bill said it.
Cause Bill just seems like a cool dude. Like I don't know.
If he was just like, hey, what up, my nigga?
Yeah, I think Bill kind of led to us being able to accept the black president. It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah. So either one of those two.
So we're basically searching for the blackest white people.
Yeah.
We can
that's
think
pretty much
of.
how it is.
I could give it to M one time just because I always wait for the slip up.
Well, he had the video that came out, or
Yeah,
the
but
tape that came out
he
when
did-
he was rapping and he was like,
He's talking about that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
you know,
called
it
her a
won't
nigga.
like I keep waiting for like that freestyle that he's doing where he's just like in the car and he's chilling with Dre and they're driving down Lancashire, and then all of a sudden in the middle of freestyle he says nigga, and Dre looks at him like, what'd you just say? He's like, man, I'm sorry, man. I've been wanting to throw that in a freestyle for a long time.
I was just flowing, man.
You know, I said figure, and there's nothing else. There was not another word that popped up in my head. And I'm sure Dre would be like, you know, there's not another word that rhymes with figure.
Yeah.
Even though figure's not a word. I know you're trying to say figure. But hey. So, well, look, stop saying nigga, okay? Everybody. Even me, you know, I was working it into my vocabulary slowly. I was rehabbing it into my vocabulary, but now I think I'm just going to just let it go.
I've said it pretty much
Yeah.
all my life,
I've said
and
it a
I've
lot.
honestly tried to stop. It's so hard. Like
It's a hard
cursing
word.
in general is just one of those things. It's like because to me niggas might as well be a curse word,
Yeah.
and because whenever I say it, I feel like I've been cursing. Like I've always felt that way for some reason, and I've been trying to stop. It's just I don't know, just like cursing altogether. It's just hard to stop doing.
I feel like I bet it's an adrenaline rush to say nigga, and you're not black. Even if you say it by yourself, I feel like somebody
You're
sitting-
scared like a black person gonna cry the door. Like what did you say?
stick his hands to the drywall and grab your throat or something like that. Like I guess it's got to be an adrenaline rush. I don't know because you know I've heard it all my life as well.
Yeah.
But hey, man, suffer the consequences. You know,
Yep.
that's essentially what's going to happen. Like you may say it here and there, but eventually it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. So you might as well just not say it. Who wants to be raised like I always wanted to go up to like a racist person, like a person at a Klan rally and be like, hey, are you cool being called a racist? They'll probably say, no, I'm just patriotic. But I'm like, but you're classified
I
as
just wanna
racist.
ask
Are you
him, like,
cool with that?
Why do you hate this person? Man, he's
And then
black. Like, what has he done to you?
all they're gonna give you is generalizations
Yeah.
about
Stereotypes.
yeah, because they're lazy. Okay,
Everybody's lazy.
Yeah.
You try eating a lot of fried chicken and get up and do something.
come on.
I had to do it. You know, all that dancing gets you tired. You know, you don't want to work. And see, I can say this because it stings inside.
This is what we deal with people. John Holland at his best.
Yep.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Say it with your chest, little ass nigga.
So, let's get into it because I didn't realize we're 43 minutes in. It seems like a low energy show today, but then again, I think it's because we've learned to not talk over each other.
No, we talked over each other last week because we were drunk.
Yeah.
We should have been drinking. Okay, if you're gonna drink, at least not in the high volumes of what we drank last week. Because you remember 2 weeks ago,
Diluted.
you and Megan tried to get on me. You, Megan, and Lewis tried to get on me for not drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I enjoyed drinking last week, and you saw how just bad it turned out to be.
We shouldn't have started drinking so early before the podcast actually
Yeah.
started.
There's the 2 strikes against us. We started drinking maybe like 30 minutes before we did the podcast, and then we were drinking during the podcast rehearsal / malfunction.
Oh yeah, we messed up.
Yeah.
And then when I was like, yo, it's not recording, we had to do it again. I was like, oh shoot, I'm about to pour me another drink. And I mean, at that point we were just pouring straight liquor, and there was no diluting with ice cubes. It was just straight, just pour it in a glass. So I'm not going to say that won't be the last time. I would be drinking right now if I wasn't going to the X Games later, but
And I gotta go to work, so
yeah.
I ain't gotta do shit, but
Next week though,
Yeah. You definitely may hear us drunk on the podcast again. We're not gonna say that you're not gonna do that.
yeah. But we're gonna start drinking at the beginning of the podcast. Like while the intro plays, we'll pour our drinks and you can hear us pouring. We'll play a game. Guess what we're pouring? It'll be the funnest podcast game ever invented. But let's get it off our chest, guys.
mine's simple this week. It's not even about me. It's about, like, I watch a lot of ESPN, and basically, if you know who Johnny Manziel is, he is a college football player for Texas A&M, and the media gets on him all the time because he's out partying a lot, basically.
Yeah.
And for me, unless Johnny Manziel comes out and sucks ass this year, leave that motherfucker alone.
Yeah.
Let him party all he wants to.
He's in college.
He's not getting in any trouble. The only reason you know he parties as much as he does is because he's Johnny Manziel. Other athletes are partying just as much, if not more. And it's like, I just hate it. I just hate, like, how people do with fame, because it's just like, okay, I understand he's an important figure and he should probably keep his head down a little bit. But he, like I said, unless he comes out and he sucks ass, leave this man alone. He has done nothing to nobody. He works. He does what he's supposed to do, and he hasn't gotten in any trouble yet. Any trouble. Even if he's underage drinking, prove that he's been underage drinking. When he gets that DUI, okay, say something to him, get on him. But he's not. He has done nothing to nobody yet. And I guess, okay, it's the thing. It's like, okay, somebody has to stop him before he goes down the wrong path. Okay, you know, people would say that about a lot of people in college, and they ain't go down the wrong path. I know I did my fair share of partying in college. You know, I didn't even drink before college. I waited till I was 20. Well, I had one drink before I was 21, and then I went to spring break in the Bahamas, and I drank before I was 21. Those are 2 instances, and then after that, 21, I started drinking. My life didn't go to shit. I haven't been arrested yet. So, I mean, let the man do what he does. He's not hurting anybody. That's my get it off your chest.
Breathe out. He's human, folks.
About to say, if anybody else, oh shit, I'm not finished, because he is from money. So if anybody else had his resources and could party the way he does, and not to mention his fame now, so he gets to party with all kinds of stars, you would probably do it. I know this fuck I would. I'd be sitting courtside at basketball games too, in the NBA Finals. I'd be doing I would do anything that I'm allowed to do just because I can do it. I am who I am. Don't leave me alone. Now, like I said, and if he gets in trouble, or if he comes out and sucks this year, then I was wrong. But other than that, leave the man alone.
Wheeze that one out. Louis, you want to go?
I go. My get it off my chest, kind of sticking with sports, is I hate drawn out sports stories. Like, even with the Riley Cooper thing, I'm tired of every sports show having to talk about it. I understand media, y'all got to go the hot topic at the time, but every 15 minutes, you don't need an update when nothing has changed. Like, even with the Aaron Hernandez thing, I don't need you to keep showing the lake if they haven't found anything. Like, why? All right, let's jump back to the lake. Yeah, divers in there. Nope, they haven't found anything yet. So we're just sitting here at the lake.
There's some tilapia in there, though.
Yeah.
But see, they want to be at the lake. I mean, I'm joking. I'm joking with you. I know. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I'm saying there got to be something else going on. Like, please, like, update me when something happened. Don't come on, have me looking like, oh, it's the same thing you said 15 minutes ago. Nothing has changed. Why are you doing that? That's my get off my chest.
I got two. One transitioning from you, and then one to a completely different thing. I know Cooper has gone to therapy for this. There is no therapy for saying the word nigga. I mean, yeah, maybe you can do some shock therapy. I don't think they're going to do that to him there. I mean, he knows it was wrong. He knew it was wrong. He said it out of anger. He has, I mean, if he didn't know it was wrong, he would say it all the time in the Philadelphia locker room, and he would have been dead a long time ago. So, I mean, it's a PR thing. It's saying, hey, we're going to try to fix it by making him go to therapy. But go to therapy for voices in your head. If there's voices in your head saying nigga, then yeah, go to therapy for that.
Yo, Doc. So somebody just keeps saying nigga in my head and I can't get it out.
Go to therapy for that. Same thing with the mayor down in San Diego. Was it San Diego the one who got had a problem with talking to people online or something like
Sexton?
that?
No, that was New York. Whatchamacallit? Wiener?
The one out Sexton.
Yeah, it's something going. I mean, it's a bunch of politicians getting in trouble for apparently doing that kind of thing. But there's no therapy for it. There's no therapy for I got an addiction to sex. Everybody likes sex. You ain't got no addiction. You just are getting it because you know why? You're Eric Benet. You know what I'm saying? There is no addiction there. So stop. It's not a PR thing. Go to therapy for real problems. But if I ever get in trouble for something and somebody is like, yo, John, the PR thing, you need to apologize. First off, I'm writing my own apology. Nobody's writing an apology for me. I'm not even going to read it. I'm not even going to write it. No, I'm not even going to read off a paper. I'm going to say a sincere thing to the camera because if it's an apology, it needs to come from here. And you need to see the sincerity. Just read it off a paper and look it up and taking pauses. To me, that's not sincere.
I hate those. I hate
that.
You're right.
I'm gonna hit up my best friend. I need an apology note. Yeah, I fucked up. So
and then the other thing is
that to me.
If they say, hey, say you're going to therapy or just meet with a psychiatrist to talk about, no, I'm gonna talk about it with the people that I hurt. I'm gonna talk about it with y'all. I'm obviously talk about it with myself and God. I don't need to go to therapy because there's nothing happening. It's not gonna fix it. I guarantee you. 20 years from now, he gonna be sitting there in his room I can't believe them niggas got me in so much trouble. It's not gonna work. So that's
if I think if I was him, I'd just be I just gotta come out like Paula Dean, be like, look, I said it.
I apologize.
I've said it before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to say it again.
Nah, he couldn't have came out like that.
No.
You had to see what it been like. I said it before. People was like, you threatened to fight niggas before.
Hold on, no,
wait.
Hold on, let me finish. I said. Just say and say it more sincere than I'm saying it right now, but just admit, come out and be like, okay, I have said the word nigga before. Not necessarily I've tried to fight niggas before. But I've said the word nigga before. And I said it, and I'm truly sorry. I understand it's hurtful, and I shouldn't have said it in the first place. And like John said, just go to your people you hurt with it, the people you know that you hurt, like all those 53 other members of your football team.
Yeah.
Well, 48. There's about 5 white members on the team. Well, offensive linemen, so I'll say 40.
True. But I'm just saying, that's
well, it's preseason, so there's 85.
Oh yeah, they
members
ain't made the cuts yet.
So yeah,
so
that's probably about.
That's my one get off the chest. And the other thing is, and I it's maybe because it's summertime, but I'm getting so tired of people broadcasting that they're freaks on Instagram. If I see one more meme, one more selfie with you licking your lips, one more image of some girl face down, assed up, and you got a comment about them yeah, that's how it is. I'm sick and tired of it. Yes. Okay, cool. You're a freak. But stop announcing it every single Friday. It makes you look like a whore, or it makes you look desperate. And I'm getting tired of the thirst. I be wanting to post pictures of water bottles on Instagram.
All right, can I piggyback off that? I do have another get off my chest. Women, stop being half naked, posting pictures, and when men comment, be like, these niggas thirsty.
Yeah.
You're sitting here pouring water into a glass.
Half naked.
With
a bra on.
And you're like,
nipples out.
Yeah, these niggas thirsty.
No, bitch, you a hoe.
So and this, I guess because it's particularly a couple people on my. I mean, it's every single night. It'd be they're on the East Coast, so it's gotta be 2 a.m. on that side. It's 11 here, but I see it. I'm just like, oh my God, look. Go to a bar, go pick up people, or just be a freak to these people, but stop announcing it because you're trying to broadcast and get somebody to comment on your picture, and then you hit them up and be like, "What's good?" And it's annoying watching you trap people.
And it's the same girls why am I single?
And with that, and these same girls are wondering why these dudes are talking to them any way they want to.
Yeah. So that's my get off the chest. Stop the thirst. And there's no therapy for things that you knew was wrong. You just got caught. Because, again, he ain't sorry that he said it. He's sorry he got caught. because he said it. He said it.
True.
He said the word nigga pretty nice.
It flowed pretty
Yeah,
freely.
it flowed pretty well, which means he has practice saying it. So
Said it before.
that's my get it off my chest. So we're gonna wrap the show up. 54 minutes in. Almost at that hour mark. AdultSwim.com/pilots. Vote today, tomorrow,
vote.
Sunday. Vote as many times as you can. It's free.
Please,
I'm
please
on
vote.
Twitter looking for people who are retweeting it, and I will personally thank you. And I'll find something inexpensive to repay everybody back for getting us this much achieved dream.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should make like a YouTube video with a thank you, and it just have credits rolling like credits with thank yous to like everybody that we've seen retweet.
All right, so if you go vote on Twitter, if you go vote, adultswim.com/pilots, and you retweet it or post it on Facebook and you like tag us in it, John Holland, Lewis Hatcher, Nicholas Travis, or are you Nick Travis on? Because I know sometimes you like to be called Nicholas and then other times Nick.
No, I prefer being called Nicholas.
Okay. So Nick's up there.
I mean, you can call me either. It's just my name is my name.
Yeah, at Greenbench TV.
Oh, at Go Deeks.
At Nicotrosis, NICKATROCIOUIS. And Megan was her Twitter shouted out.
Yes.
So
Bacon eating Megan.
That's eaten without a G. Bacon eating Megan.
And Megan is spelled MEGAN. If you just link one of us, not only will we make a YouTube video, I think we should make a thank you song.
Ooh,
yes.
Don't you want your name with a song?
We were about
Yes.
to make
By
a thank
Green
you
Bench?
song.
And we're gonna make it in the style of the '90s because I love the '90s. We're gonna wear big blazers and dance, and we're gonna cut our hair in the shape of
I already choreographed the hell out of the dance.
yeah. Not cut our hair off, but like we're
No,
gonna
I
do
said I
cool.
choreographed the hell out of the dance.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, boom. He's gonna do that. Lewis is gonna wear a lot of cross colors because he has locks, so I don't expect him to.
It's gonna be
cut his
bright
hair off.
colors, people.
Yeah, bright colors. We're gonna do it on the beach.
Maybe a big hat.
We're gonna get a big warehouse. There's gonna be like a girl dance behind us, like ballet, and a Spanish guy on a guitar, and it's gonna be super, super dope. And if you
90s.
if you know what I'm talking about, I literally just explained the music video to Let's Chill. That's literally what I just described as I was saying. I was like, oh, that sounds just like Let's Chill. But yeah, like we'll seriously thank everybody. And thank you anyways, even if you didn't say nothing. I mean, thank you for watching it. Thank you
And
for
voting.
voting.
Yes.
Thank you just for all these years of being behind us. I know we haven't done anything in a while, and part of it is we're just waiting for this opportunity to pop off because we're saving all the good jokes for the show.
Part of it is we gotta work to survive out here in
that's true.
California.
We're not in class no
It
more.
is
so.
expensive.
I stand in a living.
So with that being said, anybody got any words of peace? Because we want to see you guys again for a week, and maybe by next Friday, we'll be in the finals, or maybe by next Friday we won't be in the finals. We'll be really, really drunk because we're depressed about it.
Any words? I just want to say, drink a lot tonight.
Yeah, it's
It is
Friday.
Friday.
It's
Yeah,
Friday.
It's Friday. Have a fun weekend.
Go outside.
I didn't address that it was the weekend. Hey, it's the weekend, everybody. Have a good time. Be safe. Wrap it up. Don't say nigga.
Go raw.
Go. Or yeah, pull out.
Pull out method.
Drink a
full
lot,
effect.
but don't drink yourself into sickness or death.
Any drinking recommendations?
Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. That's my recommendation for the weekend.
Jameson and ginger ale.
Bacardi pineapple and orange juice.
Jameson and ginger ale might not taste the greatest,
It don't.
but boy, it'll put you in a spot. You be like, oh shit, that's one glass. And then you be like, oh, okay.
Or you know what? You
That's
can
why I drink it.
If you want to get there, there's old trusty 151. Yep. And we take
Don't
it with
listen to
straight
these
faces.
Don't listen to these guys.
Those are for the ones that's just trying to cut the middleman out and just go straight to it.
Look, here's the secret to it. Throw it to the back of your throat and breathe through your nose. If you try to breathe out through your mouth, you will die. You will literally die, but you'll wake up drunk. So those are drink. Oh, that's gonna be an ongoing thing. Substance of the weekend.
Oh. Okay, well I'll say that one to next weekend since that's our new
Our
segment.
new thing is substance of the weekend.
We just came up with a segment, people.
Yep. So just to recap, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey for me.
Jameson and ginger ale.
Bacardi pineapple and orange juice. Don't sleep on the Bacardi.
And we can all agree that if you just want to get fucked real quick,
151.
151.
Yeah. Do it. Have you leaning like a kickstand. And on that note, have a good weekend. Green Bench, the podcast.
We out.
AdultSwim.com/pilots. Peace.